that how the principles of trigenics can essentially work on any part of the body, even something as small as, you know, the medial and lateral pterygoids of the jaw. You know, I mean, these are small, tiny little muscles, but even small muscles like that can be receive benefit from treatment through trigenics. So small muscles and large muscles like the latissimus dorsi, all the movement in different parts of the body. You can basically treat all the parts of the body with trigenics because all the parts of the body are connected intramuscularly. All right, let's sit here. We're going to do levator scapula now. Can I have the gloves, please, Larry? Thanks. So the testing for levator scapula is similar to the testing for splenius cervicis and capitis, but the fact of the matter is that because it attached to the scapula, then we're going to not just, it's not going to just affect the head, it's going to affect the shoulder, so elevating the scapula and shoulder. So what we have to do to test for length is we have to elongate. I should draw that. Let me grab a pen then. That's not small one. We get a bigger one.
Oh, there's one over there.
Okay. One here? Okay. No. So we're gonna start. Thanks.
That's
Start on the angle of the scapula, that one spot that everybody complains about that's under tension and stress, that everybody has a problem with, which is the insertion point of the scapula on the upper angle, the acute angle of the scapula, where an awful lot of repetitive strain and static loading stress microtrauma occurs, where there can be a lot of inflammation and there can be a lot of fibrosis, a lot of changes in the soft tissue right at the attachment site of levator scapula on the upper angle of the scapula. So that's an area that will receive benefit from both soft tissue treatment techniques as well as trigenics. Sometimes you need to obviously combine them. That being said, trigenics is not the answer to everything. Trigenics is a critical key player in alleviating musculoskeletal pain disorders. But basically, I would say that every treatment system or every treatment technique that's out there, I would say that they all work, or they wouldn't exist, or they wouldn't continue to exist. They all work for something. And so if you want to be a really, great Sherlock Holmes, you want to be a really great practitioner, being able to figure out what's wrong with people, being able to treat just about anything, then you have to, go to many, many different seminars, not just trigenics. You have to take soft tissue treatment techniques. You have to take, maybe some osteopathic techniques, chiropractic techniques, physiotherapy, different manual medicine techniques, so many different things. Combine them all together, ultimately will give you the answer. But trigenics really is the missing link, or the missing element, and it really is a cornerstone for musculoskeletal dysfunction. So, all right, there's my lecture about integrating trigenics in with all the other existing beneficial treatments that are out there.
I'll just try to translate that one quick. Donc, à la tâche inférieure, dans le fond de l'élévateur de l'omoplate, souvent vous allez avoir des adhérences, du microtrauma, de la fibrose, des choses comme ça. C'est une bonne idée de combiner ça avec des techniques de soft tissue, de fasciothérapie. Trigenics, c'est un élément qui est super important, mais il faut garder en tête que c'est toujours bon de le combiner avec d'autres types de techniques.
Yeah.
Donc en gros, en deux lignes, c'est ça.
Yeah. Everything has its...
Un plaisir.
So we can see that when he turns his head to the right, this is when the hatching looks nice, and he elevates his shoulder, that this is all contracting. Relax it. Oh, I might have missed the spot. That's hard to get through here. I think it ends here, actually. Not down here. Okay. Now let's do this. Okay, so that's it. Okay, good, relax. All right, so the test then, therefore, is shorten. He's extending. He's rotating ipsilaterally to the same side. and he's slightly laterally flexing to the same side.
Okay, donc une extension, rotation ipsilatérale, flexion latérale, ipsilatérale.
My shoulder's so messed up I can't bring my elbow up. So theoretically my elbow should be here and I should be pressing down on his shoulder, and at the same time I should be trying to attempt to do that. Okay? Here, and let go, and I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to push the shoulder down and elongate this and see if it breaks. If this muscle breaks, or if upper trapezius breaks, which is different because with upper trapezius you're going to, well, I have to draw it for you to understand it, but the head is rotating obviously the opposite way, as most of you probably know. But if this breaks, there's something really wrong. Because this is like, these muscles are such important postural muscles and whatnot that are usually so strong and that are maintaining us in space and in posture, and they're used so much. If this muscle breaks and that head breaks, then there's really some kind of a, fairly significant problem there, which could also be due to some neurological compression, because the muscles are just that weak. This shouldn't be weak. It really shouldn't. But short, it will often be quite short. Now, when I'm checking it, I'm pushing down on the shoulder and the scapula, and I'm pushing the head kind of toward the other, not down this way exactly, but kind of I'm sort of twisting, pushing it this way, but not straight down. If you get on somebody and you start to press them straight down in this position, you're going to hurt them. You're going to hurt them in the lower neck area. It's going to hurt them. You don't want that. You want to elongate. You want to look at what it is to elongate. Let's elongate. But don't press straight down. You're going to hurt them. And it causes maybe some damage if you press too hard in the lower neck area. It's not a good idea.
On va faire le mouvement trop brusque pour allonger tout ça. Ces muscles-là, élévateur de l'omoplate puis trapèze, si ça teste faible, il y a vraiment quelque chose qui ne marche pas. C'est des muscles posturaux qui sont supposés être capables de bien contracter.
So we're elongating. Okay. And you'll check both sides. Right? Now in his case, I'm feeling that it's no surprise. Short on the left. I mean, you can even see the head's not rotating. It's not going over. You can see this muscle just popping right up here. You can see the difference. Right, fairly smooth. Left, that's quite restricted, okay? So the left side is the side that we want to be doing on him. Probably a little more like this, actually. I don't always remember my angles. Okay. So to lengthen this, what we're going to do is it's kind of, well, there's two different ways to do it. But if you're going to do it from up above, you're going to take the head in here, in the crux of your underarm, and you're going. This is very important that you do this properly. Now, if you do this and you put your body pressure on his head and you press his head down too hard, you're going to hurt him. Don't hurt your patients. Don't hurt your partner. Okay? So be very careful when you do this. All right?
Attention pendant ce bout-là, il ne faut pas que vous mettiez tout votre poids sur la tête, sinon il y a des risques de blessure. Ce qu'on veut, c'est y aller doucement et amener la tête le plus loin possible dans ce sens-là, sans mettre de poids et sans mettre trop de force musculaire.
So I'm hooking here, so you have isolated this muscle. It's elongated, and the way that it's elongated is I'm pushing. When I push this way, I kind of straighten my arm a little bit, and he can feel that it's putting a stress on this, okay? All right, and then it's simply a matter of him trying to elevate his shoulder and turn his head, and I'm not allowing him to do that. So usually this will be the area where you really need it. Breathing in and go, and relax. Now this would be an area where the instruments, or any instruments, let's get the white ones, the thing.
You have that in
The little white ones?
They're in the back.
No, they're up in the front there, that's, or somewhere. And these heavy instruments come in really handy for this kind of stuff. I mean, if you add a vibrational component to this, you need different sizes. So this should be like an arc. This should be arcing. We need different sizes there.
I know, I didn't bring them.
I have them.
Well, just bring me some little.
Yeah, I have them.
Yeah. Because it needs to go along the body. It needs to go along the body. Otherwise, we're not doing justice to these instruments. Purpose of them. Why is that?
Here. We have our scan.
Hold on. No, just a minute now.
Which one?
That was probably one. And a really small one. Is it a tiny one?
Yes.
Give me a tiny one. So we can adjust these to go along the body here. You got a really, really long one or no? Give me that
Yes.
super long one.
I have that one.
Or is it longer than this or not longer than that? Yeah?
You said you
Okay,
want
so
to
now
mix
we're
it.
in business. So now we have what? You see the angling, right?
Let me take a picture.
Yeah, you can take a
Because
picture.
you have to have the right ones. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So now we get the right angling. Okay. But the problem with this is that for me it's really heavy because my arm is not. Breathing and go now. Go. And relax. Breathing. Go. And relax. And try to turn this way. So you see I've got him here. So behind. You see his head is like is way, way, way behind me, okay? Now if you want to do it sort of the easy way, you can look in the book afterwards. No, he's doing it pretty much. He's still doing it the same way. So. And breathing, and go with your head mainly. I'm just gonna have the power of my left arm and let it go. But really, somebody should be holding the shoulders down, see? And breathing, and go. Now we're gonna get a shoulder up, and relax. You keep holding it down. Breathing, go, and relax. All right? So you can do that, or you can come in real heavy and hard with an instrument like this, which is really inexpensive. I don't know, $25 or something.
We have it
Breathing, and go, and it's really digging hard. And let it go. So for these kinds of muscles, this type of instrumentation is a lot more powerful than your thumb, you know, right? Now, if you want to do Levator Scapulae up in here, you can also isolate it and just isolate the neck component of it by, which also will get splenius capitis while you're at it, breathing in, and splenius cervicis. Go. Go. And relax. Breathing. Go. And let it drop. And then when you elongate, you don't press down on the head, you elongate the muscle. Okay? And let's look at this. And now, look at the difference. It's just his head is, he's kissing his elbows on that side. Right?
For him. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Rattle your brains a little bit?
Oh, without glasses, I'm useless. So that's fine.
Okay. All right. So that's the TL for that. Do you want to move on to rhomboids and cover that as well while we're at it? So just do two of them, so then it's not too boring.
Yeah.
Whoever finishes first, okay.